Good morning. This is the first day I have left the Faroe Islands. I totally didn't plan to film anything. But no, I think there will be more and more interesting things happening. Yeah, that's the reason why I started vlogging, because I truly think like every single day, every moment is so documentable, is like so great. That's why I started vlogging. Yeah. Anyway, I had a okay-ish sleep last night, and I'm gonna check out their breakfast buffet later. Atlantic Airways is like this. If you miss your flight, or if the flight is cancelled, that you're stranded in one place, then they will arrange you a hotel with breakfast included. My flight is leaving in the afternoon at about 6 or 7, almost in the evening. So I actually have plenty of time today to stroll around Copenhagen. So this is how the room is like in this hotel. This is the view outside. As you can see, it's pretty rainy today. The tap water in Copenhagen is also very good. It's some of the best water in the world. However, comparing with the water in the Faroe Islands, it's still far from that. I think the Faroe Islands has the best tap water. That's something everyone agrees. This is the lobby. And so this is Christmas. You can make some juice yourself here. And these are readily made juice. I don't know. What is this? Pate? Some pate. Foie gras. Liver pate. Butter. Pastries. Croissant. And you can make some muffins yourself. Eggs. Some little apples. Yogurt. Scrambled eggs, sausages. Got tea and coffee. Nice sitting area. Yeah, after all, it's quite nice. Got some pudding as well. Oh, these are actually omelets. You got a very considerate area with gluten-free options, gluten-free bread and gluten-free cornflakes and oat. And these are the lactose-free options, I guess. Super lovely hotel. They have a storage room, which allows me to put my luggages in the hotel until I am back, because I have like 7 hours to stroll around the city. This is the metro in Copenhagen. really, really hazy today. This part is the very touristic part. One thing I really like about the Scandinavians is that when you make eye contact, they smile at you, which in the beginning I found it to be weird. Like, I remember the first time I experienced this, it was many, many years ago when I was traveling in Sweden. I was on a train. I accidentally made eye contact with a lady sitting in front of me, and she smiled at me. I was like, what the fuck? Because I'm not used to that. I was not used to that back then, because it's not the thing in China. I'm not saying Chinese people are not kind, it's just China has so many people. If you have to smile at everyone that accidentally make eye contact with you, then you'll be smiling all the time. That's tiring. So it's different context, different cultural background. It's not that Chinese people are not kind, but I really like it that how everyone is so kind, so nice, so smiley in here. You know what I noticed in here in Copenhagen is that everyone wears North Face. Like almost 90% of people. It looks like it's super popular in here. Copenhagen is really a great place to travel. There are so many to see. The city itself is very beautiful. There are so many great restaurants as well. And the culture is really, really diverse. I think you really have to be here to feel this vibe. In my opinion, Copenhagen is one of those cities of freedom. For example, you can be openly gay in here. You don't have to feel awkward or something, not like in some countries. And you can even buy some pot in the Freetown Christiania. I think that's not illegal. Yeah, just pot for cooking, you know. Like in some countries, people are not okay with PDA, especially if it's gay PDA. But in here, I don't think it's a problem, because I've seen quite a lot walking along. But in case some of you have not been here, I am making a video for you guys. This is how this part is like during Christmas time. For skiers. This is a huge shopping mall. Fields. I'm not sure if I could call myself well-traveled, but I've been to quite a few places, and when I was younger I used to do a lot of research before going, and nowadays I just go anywhere quite unprepared. Most of the time I have no clue, especially for this trip, and because I know people are gonna help me, I can ask for help. And when I came here, I took the bus. I had no idea how to buy the ticket. And I just boarded. I asked the bus driver, how do I buy the ticket? He told me I can actually download an app and then buy the ticket on board. So I tried. It was really difficult. I didn't know how the system worked. So I asked one of the fellow passengers, and she helped me sort it out. And yeah, it was pretty okay. Like most of the time I have no clue about everything, but this is life. People are gonna help you. I know some people are afraid of asking. They find it awkward. They are afraid of being rejected, or yeah, they are too shy. But you shouldn't be afraid, because when you put yourself in that person's position, if anyone approaches you, then you're gonna help them, right? You wouldn't reject. So when I put myself into their position, if anyone approaches me asking for help, I would definitely help. So me as a asker, there's nothing to be afraid of. I can do a little price comparison, and you can see the blueberry here. In the Faroe Islands, 125 grams of blueberry is usually around 28, and in here is 20, cheaper.
Everyone knows that the Scandinavians are being continuously rated as the happiest people on the earth. And you can somehow feel it. Like the bus driver, the passengers, they are all kind of really smiling. You can see some bus drivers in some country, they are really grumpy because they are underpaid. But in here, I don't think so. They work until they're very old, not because they have to, I think mostly because they wanted to. And so many people, it's holiday season. To me, the world is full of kindness. I know I've talked about that I am good as well, so I encounter good people, but I know most of the time people are being really tolerant as well. For example, I could totally imagine some of my hosts, they found me doing odd things, but they are really tolerant. I am from a very, very different cultural background. I was brought up in a completely different way. I speak a different language. And how can we get along well? How can we get along so well? It's because they are really tolerant. Yes. So I'm thankful for that. I think my point is these things are neutral. So yeah, it's all about being equal and mutual and open-minded and tolerant and respect each other's culture. Lots of videos